Hi, my name is Chakumbila Kaila, or Chaks for short, and I'd love to welcome you to this channel. I just completed a 3-day dry fast, and so I'm here to share with you the results, my journey, how I did it, how I completed it, the reasons why I fasted, how did I break my fast. Yeah, I'm just going to be sharing with you everything that I did during this fast. So let's start with the reasons. Why did I fast? I just want to say right now that this is not my first fasting. So for those of you who maybe contemplate it after watching this, you contemplate fasting after that, I just want to say it outright right now that this is not my first fast. So I do have experience fasting, and also I'm not a doctor, so that's a disclaimer. If you want to embark on any fasting journey, you must consult with your doctors to see how they can advise you. So yeah, but why did I fast? I just thought I should share this with people. Why did I fast? Well, the reason why I fasted, mainly it was because I got on the scale this month, or I think it was around 1 April or maybe in March, at the very end of March. I got on the scale, and then I noticed that my weight had gone up a little bit too much, so to speak, a little bit too much for my liking. Now, I already knew that I had been gaining weight. I could tell from the way some of my clothes were fitting. I knew I am gaining weight. I need to do something about it. So I do love to fast from time to time. I can point you to last year. I had a long fast. I think the previous year before that, 2023, I also had another fast. Back in 2017, I had another fast. So it's something that has just come now as a habit for me, as a lifestyle for me, that a time comes, a part of the year comes when I just feel the calling to fast. So yeah, I looked at my weight on the scale. I didn't like it, and I was like, I needed to fast. So what I did was I made April a month of fasting. I decided that April, the whole of April, I'll be fasting. That doesn't mean that if I'm choosing a water fast, that doesn't mean that I would have fasted the whole month water. No, what I mean is I would be on a journey, on an abstemious diet for the whole month of April. So for an extended time, and different things would be happening during this month. In fact, in another video, I'm going to show you this graphic. I'm going to show you, I'm recording my whole journey. My journey is, this time around, I'm recording it on a paper I printed of the whole month of April. So everything is recorded. So you can follow along and see exactly what I ate, what I did on certain specific days, and how much I was weighing on that day. And yeah, I'm recording pretty much, yeah, everything you might need to know. So I decided that April should be a month of fasting, of an abstemious diet for a full month. And with the way I'm feeling right now, I'm feeling like I should also make the month of May a month of abstemious eating. It means I won't be eating normally. I most of the times this happens to me quite a lot, even when I'm back with my relatives back at home. It happens to me that most of the times I'll tell them I'm not eating, and then they'll see me picking something up. But what I mean by that is is fasting is not always blank, like you're not completely eating. But what I usually mean when I say I'm not eating, when I tell people, oh, don't worry about me, I'm not eating, what I mean by that is I'm not eating normally. It means I'm not eating the way you would expect me to eat. So if food is prepared for the whole family, let's come together and eat, then I'll tell them I'm not eating. Doesn't mean that necessarily they won't see me picking something to eat, but I am not eating normally. So I won't partake of your normal meal, of the normal meal of the day. So usually that's what I do. That's what I love to do most of the time. And most of the times I'll say, I'm fasting, I'm not eating, but you see me maybe drinking something or whatever. That is fasting. Fasting, there's different types of fasting. I'll talk about it in another video, not this one. But there's so many different types of fasting. You can fast on fruits alone. I'll tell you about so many things. I don't want to to diverge too much. So that's the reason why I fasted, and that was how I planned it. And I'm going to be fasting the whole of April. So as you're watching this video right now, I'm not done with my fasting, but I've just completed my 3-day dry fast, which I've completed yesterday. I broke the fast. And yesterday would be, depending on when you watch this video, oh, what's the date today? It should be 15th of April. Yesterday, I think that's when I broke the fast. I'll verify it in another video when I show you the calendar. So what am I doing on this fast? In brief, I am, as I've said, I'm eating abstemiously. But as I went further into the fast, the Spirit of God whispered to me to say, Chucks, you just take it all the way. Do a dry fast within this fast. And I'm telling you that I did not prepare to do a dry fast in this. When I was embarking on the April month of fasting, I had no plans of a dry fast. So this came inside the fasting. The Spirit of God just convicted my heart and he said, why don't you try dry fasting? And I accepted. I said, okay, Lord, I'll try it. And I do not regret trying this 3-day dry fast. It's my first ever dry fast. I think so. I remember long ago when I was young, I fasted 3 days with my sister, my eldest sister. I cannot remember if it was a completely dry or we were drinking water. I can't remember, but it was a complete 3 days. So I could, right now, based on my memory, I could say this is my first 3-day dry fast, and I'm not regretting it so far. How do I feel? Well, yeah, during the 3 days, I was feeling a little bit of faint headache, very faint. It was not headache enough to bother me to think I'm in a crisis. No, it was just faint. I knew that God just comforted me to say, don't worry about that. That's just a sign that indeed you're dry fasting. There's no water, because headaches usually come because of no water. But it was very faint. But throughout the fast, on each and every day, in the night, during the day, I was still urinating, which again was whispered to me to say, that's a good sign. It means that your body is still producing water or whatever fluids, but it's a sign that there is still fluids or water inside your body. So I felt great. Yes, I felt a little bit fatigued on day 2 and on day 3, but I wasn't feeling the way I feel during a water fast. And I'll tell you right now to say, I knew this. I remember one time, as I was saying, I've done multiple fastings, multiple. I've also done great lengths of period of 1 day, one meal a day, OMAD. It was a beautiful time. I haven't done OMAD in a very long time, but I love OMAD. When I was doing OMAD, I remember that I discovered that it was easier for me to get to that next meal if I didn't drink anything. in between, if I dry fasted. So I learned at that time to say, when I start my day without drinking anything, it was easier to go throughout the day without food. Like the body doesn't call for food, there's not too much hunger pangs. So that's what God reminded me to say, listen, remember, from your experience, you know that dry fasting is somewhat easier than water fasting. It is easier than water fasting. So I was feeling, during these 3 days, I felt much better than the way I felt during a water fast. Now, I've done a water fast before. Last year, I did a water fast for 5 days. Boy, it was difficult. It was difficult. I was drinking water and I was drinking, I would say, electrolytes. I incorporated Himalayan salt and ACV, also a little ACV, because I wanted to be regulating sugars, and I also just saw somewhere that it could help speed up the process. So that's what I was drinking during that time, a little powder of turmeric and garlic powder in the drinks. Sometimes I wouldn't even put those powders, but it was a 5-day period. But it was more and more difficult than the experience I've had during the dry fast. The experience that I've had during the dry fast is that my body just shut down, the stomach just shut down, and it was peace and calm. There was no calling for food, no tantrums. Sometimes the body throws tantrums. This did not happen during this dry fast. For those of you who are curious about my experience, as I said, I did feel some headache on day 1, very faint headache. Day 2, faint headache. Headache that I knew that it was nothing to worry about. It was really, really nothing to worry about. I knew it is happening because there's no water right now. So I knew this is normal. Let it flow. So I've learned quite a lot. This experience has really, really helped me to learn about dry fasting to the extent that I'm confident that I can help other people. Because as I'm saying, this is not my first fast. I have experience of other fastings. Now I'm very confident, after trying multiple different types of fastings, I'm very confident that I can assist others who would love to embark on this journey. I can assist and give some little tips, some little coaching about what to do, pitfalls, don't do this, don't do that. So basically, that's how I felt. I'm just trying to keep it short. The worst day for me, actually, on this journey was on day 4. On day 4, that is the day I decided to break the water fast, and that was the most difficult day. I usually have my devotion in the morning, but this day I had it around 5 p.m. I had it very late because I was, as I said, it was the day I decided to refeed. So as soon as as soon as I introduced water into the body, first it was slowly. I was just sipping on it. I was being careful after watching videos of how to refeed. So I was being careful. I drank some water. Then I ate a little watermelon. But still, now I've really understood why people warn a lot about the refeeding, that it's very important to refeed carefully. I've seen it firsthand that it's indeed true. You need to be very careful. I could see that if I had eaten something that was careless in a way, if I had just gone back to the way I eat, I would have suffered even more. Because what happened was when I ate, even though it was fruit, raw food, fruit, still I could feel that the stomach was really, I don't know how to put it, a little bit upset. I don't want to use the word upset, but yeah, you could feel that this stomach indeed was at rest, and it's just coming back to life. So you have to do it carefully. The refeeding, you have to do it carefully. But You can watch, there are many videos here on YouTube that you can also watch about how to refeed after a dry fast. On day 2, I'll tell you that on day 2, I felt so great on day 2. Now, this is what happens with fasting. Fasting is very crazy. There are times in the fasting when you feel, the feeling that you're feeling at the moment makes you to think that you can just go so many days. This happens to me many, many times. There's a time you just feel so great. It's like, the way I'm feeling right now, I can go 10 days, you know? So that's how I was feeling on day 2. On day 2, I was feeling like I can take it all the way to 5 days. But on day 3, it was a different story altogether. On day 3, that's when I knew, no. I'm breaking it. I'm breaking it the next day. So basically, it didn't take me 72 hours. You might think 3 days, that's 72 hours. No, it took me more than 72 hours. It was 82 hours. I'm going to show you the screenshot right now. I use the Zero app to, I have 2 apps. I have Life Fasting, and then I also have Zero app. And then I was using the Zero app to start my fast, and those are the results as you can see them on the screen. Okay, that's pretty much it. Maybe for this video, that is. This is just the beginning video. I'm going to be sharing with you more later on. But I know the big question that many people might ask is, how much weight did you lose? Okay, so in another video, I'm going to show you this. Let me just, it's right here. So in another video, I'm going to show you this. I don't know whether you can see it clearly. Yeah, don't worry, I'm going to show it to you properly. It documents my journey. It documents my journey. It's the month of April, so I'm going to show you that. But since you're curious right now, since that next video has not yet come, I'll reveal to you how much I was weighing and how much I weighed on the final day in another video. But I can just tell you the figure, how much weight I have lost. Now, remember that this weight is not counting in the 3-day fast alone. No. I started losing weight the day I opened the fasting journey, which was on April 2. No, not on the, as in I started losing weight, not on the day I opened, but from that time, not during just the 3 days only, but the days before the 3 days, I also lost a little weight. So this weight loss is those days before the 3-day fast plus the 3-day fast. And that's another thing I'm going to talk about in another video. How did I prepare for the 3-day fast? Because that's what happened before the 3 days. That's where I lost some weight. How much weight did I lose? My time is running out. Let's just say 6 kgs. A little over 6 kgs, maybe 6.7, somewhere there. 6.7, 6.6. Yeah, just say 6.5 kgs is the number of kgs that I've lost, but I'm not yet done with my journey. So yeah, stick around, subscribe, like the video, make some comments down below.